I replied to their DM and I said, pull up, and they did, so it's what we're doing. Hi everyone, and welcome to the speed build creation of Envy, which is a green monochrome home that I built here in The Sims 4 using CC primarily, but there are a couple items that aren't CC. Before we get into the build, I do show you the house that I use as a reference because I'm not an architect and I need help. If I try to build houses off of the dome, it will be struggle bus, front seat, right behind the driver. So to save myself stress, just like in my how-to video, I use houses.com and I just scrolled until I found something that I like. And this house in particular is a contemporary home, I believe. Now looking back, I do realize it is very similar to the houses that I used, to the house that I used in that tutorial, but I have a type when it comes to homes. Yeah, and this one fit right in, so I replied to their DM and I said pull up, and they did, so it's what we're doing. And then after that I do show you the reference photos that I use, which I kind of really didn't follow the reference photos in the end, to be honest. I kind of just did my own thing, but it's okay, they were there in case I need them. This house is called Envy because I have been watching a lot of Batman gameplay here on YouTube of City or Arkham City, Night, and and Origins, and I was thinking about Poison Ivy because she makes appearances in the games, and I just thought, why not do a green house, because I like Poison Ivy and Ivy is green. And then I thought to call it Envy because I was thinking of green with envy, so where the name came from. This house though isn't like 100% green all the way around because I thought that that would be a little bit gaudy, so it is primarily, honestly, the green really only comes in the wallpaper, some of the furniture, and the kitchen. The outside does have some, but I didn't want it to be like how my pink house was, where everything was green. I mean, where everything was pink in that house. I didn't want to replicate that, so I still tried to make it livable monochrome to where people won't roll past and be like, what do they have going on over there? So to start things off, I do start with the floor plan, and I did my best to kind of show you in the photo that's on the screen what part of the floor plan I was doing. I kind of built this house a little bit all over the place. I was jumping from like room to room, side to side, not so much consciously, it was just I kind of forgot that I was recording. I think I was listening to music when I was doing this. I was kind of like sitting here bopping away, and I'm like, oh snap, Hannah, you're recording, maybe like focus, zoom in a little bit, don't jump from side to side. So I did my best while editing to kind of patch it all together and have it be cohesive. Sorry. This floor plan, I kind of struggled with it a little bit because as you can see in like the photos, they have these sections of the walls that are like thick. Like it's like kind of like how it's squared off just to kind of be room dividers in a sense. I was struggling with where exactly those walls were because this is Sims, right? So it's not like in real life where you could put the wall anywhere. I just had to find a nice place to fit it on the grid, on the allowed grid, and still make the rooms big enough and make it make sense. It was a struggle, but I eventually got it. And like, it's okay if you don't see the vision, because I didn't see the vision either. I did not see any sort of anything until I put down the flooring and the wallpaper. But I was like, you know what? I'm in it to win it. I don't see it, but it's going to be seen. So I just kept going. And then for the stairs, I tried to configure the stairs like kind of cool. I didn't want just straight stairs. And I just want to say, I hate how banisters go on both sides of the staircase. Like, I wish it would just go on one side, because if the stair is up against the wall, why would a banister be on the side of the step? Like, it's not even like you could have a banister that pops out from the wall so that you don't fall down. It just goes, and the banister in this house does clip through the window. I didn't put in the window yet, but it does. I just hate it. But whatever. So also, I forgot to say, I completely cut off the garage because, as I mentioned, I think in my tutorial, I don't really see garages as being useful. I know in some houses they're really cool, but garages in this game are completely not functional. So I never see a purpose in building them. So I always either convert it into something else or I just omit it altogether. And I didn't want this house to be humongous, so I decided to omit it altogether. So where the garage is, like, it's like a vertical line. I cut the house there, and then I just reconfigured all of the rooms to fit into that space. And I thought, like, well, one, I don't plan on actually using this house after I build it, so it's okay. And two, it is The Sims. They will survive. Sims can survive in a 4x4 house, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, y'all be all right. As long as it has furniture, flooring, and wallpaper, they are cool. The kitchen that you see me put down, I was so upset. I thought that I had found the kitchen. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. It's green. It has wood on the top. Like, I love this. And I found it on a Sims resource. I was just scrolling. Where have you been all of my life? I put some lights in the house and I turned up the brightness on my monitor. And I was like, that's blue, isn't it? I don't know where I saw green. That's why you can't build like in the dark with your monitor dark. And I'm like, oh, this kitchen is blue. It is not green. It was okay. I ended up using, which you will see, you know, when we get to the actual speed build portion, I ended up using the Ego Kitchen CC. All of the CC will be linked in the description box down below so that you can find it. But I was like high-key upset because I liked the wooden countertops, and I have not been able to find a kitchen that has wood well, that's not true, whatever. So then I jump upstairs to the floor plan, and there are certain areas upstairs that are open downstairs, and one of them is above the family room, I think is the proper name, the formal living room. I had to carve it out myself because I couldn't like just delete the floor. It didn't work, or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, but I had to carve it out myself. It helped take up some of the space upstairs. And I will say, like, the rooms up here don't really make a lot of sense, and that's because I cut off the garage. So this house has actually 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. I couldn't fit a bathroom in that back bedroom, so I just had to completely cut it out. But I did like a little connecting thing. So it's like the bedroom and then like a little hallway, which is the closet, and then the bathroom, and the bathroom is big. So that's kind of how that ended up. And then I do add a backyard, but I do it off camera because at first I wasn't going to, but when I went to take the screenshots, it looked funny. And also I realized the back of this house is exactly like how I did in the tutorial house and how I did in my family farmhouse. So maybe I should make it a thing to try to find a house that has an interesting back that's not this, because when the back of my houses are giving SpongeBob, that is my go-to thing, is to just put a pop-out wall and add some windows. How many times can you really do that? Next time we do a speed build, I'll try to find an interesting house. I will try. No promises, because y'all know I have a type. I guess my type is with a back like SpongeBob. And I just try to pop it out a little bit, because whatever. But anyway. Now we jump on the inside and we are in the kitchen, and I love the way this kitchen turned out. Whenever I use this kitchen, I use like the same 3 colors, and I never thought to do the green. Colorful kitchens are very bold. They're very striking. They take command of the house, and sometimes I get a little bit intimidated. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I maybe do the bottom cabinets a fun color, or I'll do the island a fun color, but never the entire thing. But this time, I mean, we are in Envy, so I'm like, we have to use green. I love it. I'm obsessed. I love the way that it turned out. I'm so happy that this kitchen comes with a range hood, but also I did use the stove from Snowy Escape. I like the way it looks. I like that it doesn't have the little back piece up against the wall, and it is a very nice shade of black. It's not like an off black, a charcoal gray, like it's black, and that is really what I was after. Same for the dining room. That's not a CC dining room. It's the chairs that Harrie made that we got for free in base game, and then the eco lifestyle fabricated table. The other CC pack that I did use in this kitchen is Kichen by Harrie and Felixandre. I feel like my channel is like a Harrie and Felixandre stan channel. I use all of their stuff all of the time. I like it, so you know, I'm use it. And then I did use some CC gallery art, which this is very much so almost identical to what I did in the tutorial house. The original dining room with the floor plan, it didn't work out for me, so I kind of just had to shove a little table in this corner. I didn't want it to look bland and boring, so I did that. Hopping over kind of into the living room slash hallway area. This console table, which I absolutely love, is by Cherry Sims. I need it in real life. I put that there, and I did do a little hallway area, nothing too crazy. This house isn't overly decorated. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more spaced out, because in the photos that I saw, they didn't have furniture everywhere, and me personally, I like there to just be blank space in a house. I don't feel like you have to put something in every single area. I try not to do that in every build because I know I don't want things to be samey, but in this instance, that is what I was after. And I also did a similar thing here with raising the platform and adding plants like in the tutorial house. I tried to add a little seating area, like a little window in the seat, a little seat in the window in the seat, but it wasn't working out. I don't know, I couldn't make it work out for me. I tried to add like a half wall also so I could use the same green wallpaper. It was casting a really weird shadow, so I had to remove that. I wish you could custom paint the trim of when you raise the wall, but you can't, so it's white, but it's fine. And then I go back into the living room area and I try to do something nice with the wall behind the TV. I ended up putting an Xbox there, just a couple couches. Like in the reference photos, they had some orange chairs, and I like the way like a medium dark orange and green look together, so I put that just to break it up a little bit. Plus, this is supposed to be like the non-formal living room. I forget the proper name. Since this is that, I thought we could have some colorful chairs. So then we pop on over to the office, and I do use the Moschino, I don't know, bookcases. I really like those. I like the shape of them, and I do like that they already come a little bit decorated, which helps me out a lot. And then for the desk, I use RVSN Workers Desk Pickable. I think is what it's called. And I did want this desk to be a little bit wide because I wanted it to kind of mimic like a gaming setup. So I do have this iMac CC, and then I forget who that iMac is by, but the Acer monitor and the computer tower are by Simmerkate. And I just put some similar like photos on the wall, a little shelf. And I do more to this office off camera. forget if I said it, but I went around the whole house and just added a little bit more decor to areas where I felt like it didn't need to be as bald. This office is honestly really plain. It's big. It's bigger than what I wanted it to be. Didn't see anything wrong with it. I was like, you know what? You don't have to be cramped up. And I used that beautiful rug. I love the detail. It was green, so I felt like it was fitting. Then we hop over into the formal fancy living room. This living room isn't anything too crazy. I did use my favorite fireplace, and then I kind of did this little pop out from the wall just so that everything isn't flat. And then on the other side, I don't know if this was in the reference photos, but I think I kind of Googled like an IKEA living room really quick, and one that I saw, they just had shelves on either side of the fireplace, so I used these really long shelves by Winter 9. I forget which pack it's in, but I love the length of them. Now they are too long for the space, so I ended up like shoving it behind the fireplace wall because you won't be able to see it. And then I just put a little bit of decor on it. Leading up to the staircase, there is this blank wall, and I decided to do like a little art gallery wall where I just hung up some paintings and used the spotlight, because on Instagram, I think yeah, it was I'm pretty sure it was Taraji P. Henson, and she was showing all of the art, the custom art that she had in her house, and this is how she had it set up, where it was just each painting kind of given its own segment on the wall. I thought about putting like a bench underneath it or something, but it was giving me art gallery more than it was house, so I opted out of doing that. And then I go back into the living room, I finish it off. I'm using the Moku, I think is how you pronounce it, seats by Peacemaker. I think that's honestly one of the first CC like packs I ever downloaded, and I love these chairs because they are so simple, but they look good. Like, it's just the textures on them look nice. They have a wide variety of colors. It's a nice chair that can go into any house because it has such a simplistic style and it's not overly textured. And then I use another variant of the same rug that is in the office, because that rug comes in a lot of colors. One of my favorite CC items, this glass table by Enoista. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the creator's name, but it's just a nice simple square table that's not too big, beautiful glass, and the feet on it are wooden. There also are like other options, or the legs, I guess, not the feet, but it just looks so nice and I want it in real life. I do. Some of these items I wish I could just pop out on my computer and have them because they look so good. So I did that, and then I added a few armchairs by KHD, I believe, or who those armchairs are by, and I like the shape of them because y'all know I'm a big fan of furniture that's a little bit awkwardly shaped, even though that chair isn't really awkward, but it is different from the rest of the furniture. So I like to break things up and not have everything be so same. Then we go into the first bedroom, which is downstairs. I do go through and I change out all of the doors from glass doors into proper ones, but I did it off camera. For all of the bathrooms in this house, I primarily used Peacemaker's Hudson bathroom, but then I added some decor from Bafroom by Harrie and Felixandre. And this bathroom is the smallest one. There isn't anything too crazy because I didn't want to take up all of this space and kind of have it cramped, and this bedroom is the smallest bedroom. You could treat it like a guest bedroom since it is on the first floor, but it's still cute either way. It's just simple. That bed is by Simmerkate. I like the headboard and the padded sides, how like the whole mattress doesn't cover the whole thing. And I didn't add like a nightstand. This bedroom doesn't have a lot of furniture because it's so small. Then we pop on upstairs and we are now into the master bedroom, which this bedroom I will say is borderline identical to the one that I built in my gamer's bedroom speed build, my gamer's and anime bedroom. But I knew that this had green covers, and the house is called Envy, so I thought it was fine. But to switch it up, I just kept it really simple. Well, I kept it really simple and just used these nightstands by Winter 9. I like how they were white, square, and simplistic. And then I used these mirrors by KHD. I put them above the nightstand because I love doing that. In the screenshots, it doesn't photograph well because there's like that glitch where any mirror reflection to an outside wall, you just see the outside, which is severely unfortunate, but whatever. So they don't look that great in the photos, but as you can see here, they are popping. So I just decided to put a TV, but I didn't want to do like the same old fireplace. So I tried to build this little console using the same shelves that are the side tables, but I just put them above and below to kind of make this little like enclosed console area. Then I go on into the bathroom, which is the biggest bathroom. I really like the way that this came out. It does have a shower and a bathtub. Really quick though, kind of off topic, I do want to say that I plan on changing how I do my speed builds because I watch Devin Bumpkin here on YouTube, and I also watch Kel Lauren, who is a graphic designer, and I like the way that they do their videos in the sense to where it's a little bit more interactive, and you see them do the creative process that they are doing. So I want to switch things up a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting for you all, and I'm going to work on my speed builds being more so speed build with me. Now, this has caused me on my part to not be a perfectionist, and in this build I did really good, which showed me that I think I can do it. So what these videos will kind of entail is that instead of it being a speed build the entire way through, we're going to build the house together live, I guess if you want to call it, but I'm gonna be building and talking at the same time. I'm just kind of offering some more insight behind like the process for this and seeing it all come together, because I want this to be like a tutorial type of thing so that you can see what I'm doing, see how I achieved, you know, the design of these rooms instead of just watching me do it. And then if you want to do it also, like, you're not able to take away enough information to do so. And plus, I think it'll be fun. If you are interested in seeing that, make sure you stick around. Yeah, I just wanted to bring something different to the platform and try it out. We'll see how it goes. Some bits will probably be speed build because sometimes I forget to talk, like I don't have anything to say when I build. But for the sections where I do remember to talk, that is what we will be doing. And with that, we are into the final bedroom, and this room isn't anything crazy at all. This one actually is the closest to that reference photo with the pink headboard. And yeah, and I think I do like one more thing after this room, but I don't remember. Oh, after this I do the final bathroom, and then we go into the screenshots, and that's going to be it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what do you think? What was your favorite room? And do you like Poison Ivy? Have you ever seen the Batman games? Let me know. We can talk about it. I love all of the games, but my favorite is Arkham Knight. So let me know. Please check the description box for all important links, and I will see you in my next video.